The kookaburra's laughing in the background. Late in the day for that, it's nearly midday. The wings, obviously the one on either side. Kitchen one gets used way more than the one on the driver's side. Driver's side is more access to storage space and my camera gear. The one on the passenger side is for the kitchen, so the fridge in the kitchen. It's up and down most days. The hinges on it, very, very good. They do need a little bit of lubrication every few months. That stops them from squeaking. Apart from that, they've been working perfectly. I haven't had any trouble with the hinges. The door handles or latches, you do need to lubricate them and keep them clean. Every 3 months or so, you'll need to clean them and lubricate them, because the pins, the way they lock is a little pin drops down into a hole, and those pins get dusty and dirty and gritty. Those pins get a little bit sticky and quite often won't come down and lock. If I could redesign the door, I wouldn't use those handles again. The struts on the wings are working very well. They've gone up and down every single time. I've never had an issue with the struts, and I haven't lubricated or needed to maintain them in 12 months either. So they're working well. My first one had a strip of LED lights that was probably 1.5 foot, 2 feet long. Lit up the whole canopy at night really well. Lit up the whole kitchen really well, and the whole other side storage space really well. This one, for whatever reason, it's a much shorter length. The length is probably only about 1 foot, and it's poor lighting at night. Uses less power, obviously, but I'm not power poor, so I would rather a longer light. The lighting on both wings have two options, the white light and the yellow light. Inside the camper, we're up to the fridge. Beside the fridge is a bit of electrics. Fuse box, really easy to access the fuse box. The fridge is the first big ticket item. Underneath the fridge is the inverter. Fridge door, it's got a very flimsy, very marky type appearance, which we're constantly cleaning. I don't like that much, and it's very flimsy. The latch drove me crazy crossing the desert. The fridge would constantly open. Anytime we're on really bouncy ground or corrugations, we'd get out and find the fridge open. So we used a bit of masking tape and taped it here and kept the fridge door closed with masking tape. I've since had reason to go to Tommy Campers for other reasons. They adjusted it for me, but in their adjustment, I don't think they realised, and I certainly didn't check, they've adjusted it so it shuts properly and the latch is definitely on. I haven't tested on corrugations yet, but down the bottom, the seal sits proud. It doesn't actually seal in this bottom corner, allowing cold air to escape. So I've had to make up a little jig myself to keep it closed. So I put this little jig in and closes the bottom door. Now it is just adjustment. I did ring Ingle to see whether or not it might be covered under warranty because of this leaking cold air, but they said because it's adjustment, you need to go back to whoever adjusted it and have them rectify it. They're in Melbourne. One of the issues buying a caravan or a camper these days, most of the time you'll find that they don't have representatives in every state. So anything goes wrong, you need to go back to them and have it rectified. And the fuel bill is way too much to go back to Tommy Campers in Melbourne. These shelves, I had a Dometic on my first camper, and the shelves on the Dometic allowed me to get a 2-litre milk in the fridge. I thought it was fantastic. These shelves don't. You have to go to the 1-litre milks, so you don't get as much shelf storage space in this one as I did on the Dometic. This is a 90-litre upright. The freezer on this one works perfectly well. It's got a drip tray underneath it when you do frosting, which is great. The shelves are flimsy. They rattle around, so when you're driving over corrugations, everything rattles. The shelves on my previous, on the Dometic, rattle, but nowhere near as bad as this one. I'm disappointed with the fridge, and if I could afford it, I would pull this fridge out and sell it and put a Dometic back in.